Hi, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can increase the ranking of your website in Google search results to get it onto the first page, and as well as the search volume and traffic that these top sites are getting, and then the amount of new leads that would be coming directly to your business. So what I've done is just this quick search here for appliance repair, and I take the top ranking websites as well as your own, and I put them all into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds when it crawls your site that it uses to determine your position in search results, and then rates its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. Now, normally when I run this report and then I show you the competitors, it's easy to see why they're outranking you based on them having higher numbers. But as you can see, you actually have higher numbers than them in multiple categories. So let me just go through exactly what these numbers mean and then what we can do to help you improve that. So when Google is looking to determine how to rank a website in search results, it uses two factors. Now, the first is what's called the authority or trust that it has in your site, which is basically just a popularity contest. Now, this authority is gained when other domains or websites refer back to yours and then they create a link. Now, this acts as an endorsement that Google uses to build trust because others are vouching for you. So to give you an example, if say the local news station did an article on their website saying the top 10 best appliance repair companies in New York City, and in that article the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. So what you need to do here is try to get as many high quality and highly authoritative and trustworthy websites that are relative to the services that you offer to create links back to build that trust. Now, like I said, as we can see, you actually have more websites and more links than both of these companies, yet they're the top positions and you are not. So without getting a little too technical, what I can show you is that in order for a website to transfer any kind of trust to you, it has to have trust itself. So this number is called the DR, the domain rating, is how trustworthy and how strong that website is. So obviously, the higher the strength of the website, the more strength and trust it can transfer to you. As you can see here from this list, you have a lot of zeros. Um, that means that obviously they can't transfer any trust to you because they have none to do so. So though you have more websites in the list, you have more websites with a lot less power. So that way it adds up to less total authority overall. Now, the other factor that's holding you back from outranking them is the content on the page, because that's factor number 2 that Google uses. So as we can see here, you're being found for 62 different keywords, whereas these other companies have a lot more keywords. Now, it's not just about the number of these keywords, it's also about the volume of them. So if we take a look in here, these are all the words and phrases that are being typed into Google search that are being found on your website, and this is the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where we want to try to find as many of the high volume keywords that are relative to the services that you offer in the areas you want to service, and make sure that those are being included and found on your website. So for instance, if somebody's searching brand name of appliances, though you're in a pretty good position at position 3, that doesn't mean that they're actually searching for somebody to repair. It's not what we call buyer intent. Now, if they're searching refrigerator repair near me or appliance repair in Brooklyn, refrigerator repair Huntington, see, this is what we call a buyer intent keyword, because if they're searching for this, that means they're actually actively looking for somebody to repair this oven or this refrigerator. And these are the types of keywords that we want to go after. So this is where we do some research. We go taking a look at the competitors, seeing what they have on their website that they're ranking number 1 for, and see like Brooklyn appliance repair is being searched 600 times. They're position number 2. If you were on the first page, 600 people will be seeing your website when they search this keyword phrase. Now, we're usually very conservative, and Google estimates about 10% of total search volume gets turned into a lead for your business to contact you. Now, doesn't mean that every single one of those people is going to turn into a job, but you can see, depending on what the conversion rate is for people that contact you and actually get service done, just the sheer volume of leads coming into the business, how it can add up to some revenue at the end of the month and at the end of the year. And that's just off of one keyword or phrase. So then we repeat that same process for all the highest volume keywords and make sure that those are found on your site once it's ranked. Now, there is a formula that Google uses to find these keywords on your site. So if we check it out here, as far as the layout, it's great that you have all the information right here. I would probably put some kind of like services tab or something that you offer, not just like this is almost like a blog posting. So from information, people were looking for actual services, maybe different types of appliances that you service and things like that, to get individual pages for those. I would also suggest that a majority of people that are searching nowadays are using a smartphone or a mobile device. So we want to mobile optimize your website. So any kind of phone number, we want it to be what's called click to call, meaning they push on the button with their thumb on their screen, and it automatically populates that number into their dialer. Same thing with any kind of email address you have. What I can say though is that also these actually would be great to be tabs up here so that people can see them right at the top. But the biggest issue with the website is that there isn't a whole lot of content on it. And the reason that's a problem is because Google doesn't care what the layout looks like. It's just a computer, so it's going to come in and count all the words on the page. Now, it's generally looking for a minimum of about 1,500 words on a home page, and it assumes that the more information you have on the page, the more of an expert you are, and then the more likely it is to recommend you in search results. Now, while it's counting all those words, it's searching for all the keywords, so any of the services you want to offer and any areas. But this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one of these keywords for every 150 words of text on the page. So the more services or areas or keywords in general that you want to be found for means that the more content that has to be added to the page in order to qualify for that keyword. So unfortunately, listing things like this, Google is not going to pick them up unless there's supporting text that's relative to the keyword that you're trying to rank for. So if we go back to the search results, the first thing that's always going to appear is what's called the Google Map Pack. This is a pretty important area to try to get into because a lot of traffic comes to these top 3 sites since they're at the top of the page. Now, to be listed in here is free. You just need to fill out your Google Business profile, which is part of your Maps app. You can do it right from a smartphone, actually. When doing so, you want to fill out all the information that you possibly can. So all the services you offer, the area, even the hours of operation. Then in your business description, you're allowed 750 characters. You want to use all of those and put some keywords in there as well. Then you want to add photos that are geotagged and located from within your service area and upload those as well as posts onto your Google profile on a regular basis. Try to collect as many reviews as you can. And then you want to get as many what we call citations. Now, a citation is a type of link or referring domain, but it's from a online directory. So it's any time that your name, address, and phone number appears in a directory. So that could be Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. These directories are usually all free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. You want to be listed in more directories than anybody else on this list. So then underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up on the list you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites will help you climb and outrank the competition. Then once you are ranked at the top, you'll be getting all that volume and search to your website and then all those leads directly to your business. Now, I hope this information was helpful and it shows you how you can scale some of your online presence, but please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like us to go in any further detail. We could talk about some of your goals for the business, maybe specific services or areas you want to get into, and then we could do some research to find out what it would take for you to reach those. I appreciate your time and look forward to speaking with you.